Initially introduced in 1972, BMW's 3.0 CSL was homologated to make the car eligible for the European Touring Car Championship. This iconic model is practically a road-legal race car, with a major focus on lightness and aerodynamics. Perspex side windows, a thinner steel body, and even the deletion of trim and soundproofing in some countries were implemented in order to reduce weight. It wasn't until 1973 that the 3.0 CSL was released in its ultimate form that would earn itself the Batmobile nickname. This variation had an increased engine displacement from 3.0 to 3.2 liters, as well as the unmistakable aerodynamic package, which included an air dam, front fender fins, a rear roof spoiler, and a rather large rear wing. Despite its somewhat tame power output of 203 horsepower by today's standards, the 3.0 CSL is optimized for maximum track performance, which translates into an exhilarating vehicle to drive on public roads. The first ever BMW to be branded with the famous M Division name. Nothing quite like the M1 has ever been recreated by BMW to this day. A naturally aspirated mid-engine sports car with Italian styling from one of the world's most influential car designers, Giorgetto Giugiaro. An anomaly of sorts, the M1 did, however, remain true to its German roots mechanically speaking, with its M88 3.5-liter straight-six engine deriving from the 3.0 CSL. This time, producing 277 horsepower with an exquisite soundtrack to match. 453 BMW M1s were produced in total, all of which were left-hand drive. The E30 M3 is a true poster car, perhaps one of the most recognizable cars BMW has ever built. It was also the first ever M3, and just like the legendary M models that came before it, derived directly from BMW Motorsport. With multiple championship victories in touring car racing, this generation of M3 pulsated with success. This was one of the more closely matched models when comparing the road-going car to its racing version. A considerable focus on performance and circuit driving capability is evident. The brake system with ABS and ventilated discs, alongside an extremely sporty suspension and damping setup, ensures you can really feel the racing-inspired engineering behind the car. The BMW Z3 M Coupe is a real oddball. Its design is often compared to that of a clown's shoe or other items you wouldn't usually associate with a car. Polarizing looks? Yes. A brilliant drive? Also, yes. You're either going to love or hate the way this car looks, but there's no denying just how good it is to drive. From its inception, the BMW M5 Touring was envisioned as a five-door car designed for the racetrack, delivering impressive power to the road. Equipped with a 5.0-liter V10 engine, 507 horsepower, and a peak torque of 520 Newton-meters, its extraordinary engine shared a manufacturing lineage with the Formula One motor blocks of its time. With a maximum engine speed of 8,250 revolutions per minute, the Touring accelerated from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds. Adding to its allure was the distinctive and captivating sound, a characteristic unique to 10-cylinder engines with a high rev concept. The BMW M3 CSL stands as an iconic and pinnacle achievement within the third-generation M3 series. In 2003, BMW M harnessed the very best of motorsport technology and elevated the sports car to new heights with the M3 CSL. The BMW Z3 M Coupe is a real oddball. Its design is often compared to that of a clown's shoe or other items you wouldn't usually associate with a car. Polarizing looks? Yes. A brilliant drive? Also, yes. You're either going to love or hate the way this car looks, but there's no denying just how good it is to drive. The first-generation M2 was an astounding success for BMW. The original M2 Coupe debuted in 2016 before the M2 competition was unveiled in 2018. And finally, the M2 CS concluded the F87 generation, which finished production in 2021. The M2 CS is the most hardcore example available. The M5 CS just had to make the list. At the time of writing, the quickest BMW production car ever made, it's hard to comprehend just how impressive this family saloon is. A further development of the already blisteringly fast M5 competition, the CS takes things up a notch further. For many years, fans of BMW M dreamed of a full production touring version of the beloved M3. This finally came true as the G81 M3 Touring was revealed at Goodwood Festival of Speed 2022. Despite being almost identical to its saloon sibling, the cool factor of the Touring was an instant hit. People just love a fast wagon.